Oh yeah, we're back. We're back in the shop, or my side yard. And we got new parts here. New fuel pump, new fuel filter. The old one is in the trash somewhere. Old fuel pump. What I'm gonna do is that I'm concerned about this hose right here. Doesn't look great. A little dry, a little cracked. The return line looks new and it looks fine. And the way that it's routed under here wasn't the most confidence inspiring. So I'm gonna pull that all out, see if I can clean up. There's like these unnecessary unions. There's a hose clamped brass fitting in there. Let's pull this all out, lay it out, and see what we're working with. Oh, and an update from the last time I was out here. Got the fuel cell put back in, all cleaned out. It looks great inside. I cleaned up some of the wiring in here. There's a big fused line for the stereo. I added the quick connect for the charger. I shortened up and cleaned up the ground and power for the race radio. I checked all the grounds for the harness, changed out some weird connectors and did some heat shrinking and just protecting. Waiting on parts for the injectors still. Got it all back together except for the injectors aren't ready yet. So want to clean up all this wiring on the harness. There's a lot of exposed wire, a lot of old brittle tape. You can see a cracked wire right there. Yeah, so before I put the plenum and all the injectors back in, I'm gonna just do some zip tying, some taping, and some wire looming just to give a little extra protection. I got my fittings swapped over to the new filter and pump. Now I just need to redo this little section of hose that's cracked. And there we have it. New line between the filter and the pump. Now let's see if we can get it back where it was before. All right, new pump and filter mocked up in their original location. Now I'm just working on seeing how and where this new fuel line is gonna run. I noticed the ground wire for the pump is super small and frayed, and that's a failed fuel pump waiting to happen. At least it wouldn't run until I figured out where the bad ground was. So let's see if I can make something better than this. Okay, look at that. New ground wire for the fuel pump. Much, much better. And there it is, mounted in the buggy. So now I'm going to work on just plumbing these lines and making sure that they don't rub on the frame, rub on each other. So we've got the supply and the return running in parallel from the back of the engine, right in this area, all the way along this little subframe and then up to the fuel cell. Well, it's getting dark here at the shop, so it's time to wrap up. A lot of good progress today. Got the new fuel delivery hose put in, new filter, new pump. Got the return and the fuel line, the fuel delivery line plumbed and protected and zip tied up out of the way. I feel pretty good about that. Waiting on one O-ring for one of the injectors, and I can reassemble the intake. Next on the list is huge. Every time I walk around this thing, I add another thing to the list. So we'll just have to see what I feel motivated to do. I still need to tear into both axles, so that'll be something that'll have to happen before I can go on any kind of test drive or test run in the rocks, that is. So yeah, thanks for watching. Excited to keep working on this thing. So thanks for tuning in.